Yes, guys, it's LekkerTV. I'm here with Robbie Merch from Identification of Music. Oh, the best group, best page on Facebook. Robbie actually helps run the group, and you need to go check it out, honestly. Robbie, I'm going to ask you more about the group in a bit, but before I start, we've got to tell everyone to subscribe, which is down here, because yes, please just subscribe to LekkerTV. I need more subscribers so I can make. And also, my best mates have made me a beautiful pair of grills. I'm going to show you right now. They're called B.U.M.P. I'm going to tag them below. So if you want anything like this, Robbie, what are you thinking?
Cold, mate. My laptop's freezing over.
So it wasn't meant to be my initials, but it looks like it. I'm going to tag them below. So if you want to get onto Bebo and Paddy, they'll be happy to make you a pair for a very good price. But we're back with Robbie from ION, Identification of Music Group. Robbie, IOM's become an integral part of the modern day dance and rave scene. You're helping people find songs, but in a different way, in a more communal way. So, how did it all start? How did you get involved? And a bit about it in your own words, please, Robbie.
Right. Well, yeah, sick to be here. Please, you got me on today.
I've been chasing this guy around for a long time.
I've been a hard man to pin down, but I'm finally pleased to be here. But back to the beginning. So I was studying Chinese at Durham Uni, which wasn't exactly the epicenter of UK culture, but I was obsessed with dance music, DJing ever since I was 16. Fast forward, 7 years, I found myself in China on my year abroad, and the founder of the IOM group I met him in a bar, and
China? You met him in China?
Met him in China, in Beijing.
No way, really?
Yeah, and then
that's insane. Wow.
Yeah. So back then, all Facebook groups, there was stuff called the old music group, the new music group, and there were kind of places for heads around the UK to meet. And I just searched China where I was going to see if anyone I could meet up with, and it turned out Dan, who started the group, was out there, and he was an English teacher and wasn't really fussed to kind of do much with the group, but I felt there was a lot of community, a lot of power within that community, a lot of knowledge, and being a bit of a mad entrepreneurial spirit and desperate not to get a real job in the real world, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to take a leap here and just run with it. So he was like, you do you take over from now on. And yeah, just the group grew about 3 times since I took over, from 25,000 to 100,000. Gave up my job after I graduated, which I worked in for about 6 months, and then won a competition to go to Ibiza called the International Music Summit Visionaries Award. And that was given to young people under 25 with a new idea. And it was mad. I found myself in Ibiza on a stage having dinner next to Pete Tong and the founder of SoundCloud, and I was like, why
no way.
Chinese when not just Chinese, but I was working in Chinese visas at the time. I was like, why am I working in Mayfair with a suit on? I felt like an idiot.
Now you're here with me in a Hawaiian shirt with records behind you, living your best life.
Amazing, live my best life. Yeah, exactly. And just realised that you've got to do. And I came back to work on Monday and I started crying. I called my girlfriend on the phone at lunchtime and I was like, I was in my suit in Mayfair. I looked like such a dickhead. I was crying. I was like, I hate it here. I'm being paid well, but I really dislike it. And he was like, you give it up. Then call my brother and my parents. And they were like, whatever you do, don't leave. And I was like, but I'd already made my mind. I left, won this off the back of winning that award. I had a shit ton of coffees with people, really. Just made sure to try and meet as many people as I can in the music industry.
Good attitude. Because you didn't just win it and sit back I won this thing, great, it'll be nice to talk about. You've actually springboarded off the back of it, which is what I love to hear, and it's probably got you to where you are right now. I've got a funny question for you about IOM. People, for a while now, they've been tapping the desk, humming a song, playing it on an instrument because you don't know what it is. So, do you know the first person that ever hummed in the IOM group and was successful because I've been watching those videos for a while, and they're pretty iconic.
You know.
Huh?
You know.
Who the first person was? Who hummed?
Yeah.
Was it you?
No. I thought you were like. I thought it was like
No. I've seen. Do you know the first person, or what you thought the first time you even saw that post? You know, because it's probably all purely music until then.
Like the first person that hummed, I couldn't tell you, but the humming videos are definitely my favorite videos, just because it's just got that human touch to it, doesn't it? Away from the pressing button of a Shazam and stuff.
Yeah. And Robbie, I found with the hums, like they were often like the posts that got the most replies because it left it so open, and it was someone like you know what I mean, and it was like so open to interpretation that
there's one of a Scouse guy. He goes to Ibiza with his mates,
yeah.
and he comes back, and he's WhatsApp voice message one of his mates, and he's like, "G'day fella, heard this song in Ibiza in space." Like, I'm falling in the shower. I'm falling in the shower. It goes on and on. And obviously it's Jamie Jones. I'm hungry for the power. But it's just classic, mate. It's a good laugh when you've got a newbie coming into electronic music.
Yeah, shout out to the Scousers, always giving a different perspective on things.
And the music agency I just wanted to set up to basically professionalize a bunch of kind of creative services, whether that was like marketing or events or any of these other stuff, and that's spun off the back of it, really, just because at the core of it, we just want to look after the community, give them free content, let them share music ideas, their tastes, opinions, and if that kind of core community is allowed to exist without being too commercial, it's like having a really good festival, you know, without too much branding. If you go to
when they get big, Robbie, when people cotton on to festivals, you go and you're like, this isn't the same as last year, so it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Yeah.
Just like nice and grassroots, keeping people's interactions based around conversations and away from commerce. And yeah, we like to keep the commercial stuff in the background because it's boring for a lot of people, frankly.
Cool. The whole point of LekkerTV is to speak to interesting people such as yourself. I know I'm pretty interesting, but I'm interesting, but you're doing a little bit different thing from me at the minute. So we need people like you. But honestly, you are smashing it. So I want people to watch this and, you know, take their own thing from it, take their own opinion, form their own opinion, and use the advice and hopefully go do something similar, but, you know, obviously make it their own. So that is exactly why we're speaking to you. So Robbie, if someone is going to start a page similar, how much effort has gone into creating and growing a group or page like the Identification of Music page?
I think, well, the group started by a friend who was doing it purely to serve a purpose. There were a bunch of Facebook groups and everyone was posting tracks which they wanted to know, and someone said, let's just create a group called the Identification of Music group, and it was purely functional. There was no strategy behind it, and that just got created, and it blew up because things blow up on the internet. Sometimes things go viral. I was with a girl last week and she did a Facebook post about going to the Calais camp about 6 years ago. She woke up and it got shared something like 26,000 times, and her Just Giving page, which hoped to raise £100, had raised £250,000 overnight. So people blow up viral nowadays, and I think if you're fortunate enough to be in the middle of that storm, which the group was, I think there's an opportunity to take advantage of that. So like Alex at Glastonbury, are you gonna rinse that into the ground? Do you actually want to do it, or do you want to? There's certain ways that could have been done a bit better. If he was a media personality, he could have given, I don't know, done a show and given it to charity or done something cool and creative. But he wasn't that guy. But you know what? People go viral, and there's like Love Island or anything. It's what you do at that moment is so important. And
exactly. So I think what we can take from that really is, if you're given the opportunity, because there's an element of luck in it, it's all about what you then springboard from it. Otherwise, you can just fall back into what you were doing before, or it might just, become nothing and it'll be a missed opportunity. how do you protect an online community? Because now the internet is great, but it also can be a dangerous place. And in the present day, people are having trouble, policing it and keeping the dickheads out. So how are you protecting your 100,000 plus community?
Always have a team of admin and moderators on board. So your moderators are the ones that they're like your volunteer policemen, I suppose. They're the ones like
Neighborhood watch.
Neighborhood watch, exactly. They're the ones kind of just looking out every now and again, just checking on the rocks, just to make sure there's nothing dodgy occurring, and just being friendly neighborhood Spider-Men in their own right. Then the admins are the ones with maybe a little bit more time devoted that can afford to meet up in person and to discuss like a direction and a strategy of where that team of moderators and group should be going. And then just making sure that the rules are set in place and also just adaptable to be changeable. Because you're going to come up with so many different kinds of scenarios that you never would have thought of before.
Yeah.
That will test that and challenge that. So yeah, a hard set of rules, but be flexible to the changing times, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That one I think we definitely had to address, because nowadays you don't know who's going to write what, and I think online communities do need to be policed a lot better. So it's good that you've got your neighborhood watch, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man on it. Well, that is Robbie Merch, who runs the B.U.M.P Identification of Music group on Facebook. Go check it out. And he's going to be taking over the world with his B.U.M.P Agency. So keep your eyes peeled. Big plans. Maybe a certain someone might be getting involved. Who even knows? But we'll just have to see. Honestly, I'm going to tag the group below so you can go check it out. And if you've got any questions, then ask me. Or you can get in touch with Robbie, because he's a lovely guy and he's doing something that is different, interesting. And we love that on LekkerTV for sure. One question, Robbie, though, before I go. You're going to get a pair of girls and a matching one?
Defo.
Okay.
You can comment and buy them in the comments, I hope, as well. with Robbie 10 discount code.
Oh, funny. This has been LekkerTV with your host Benny and Robbie. Thanks so much, bro. You like, comment, and you need to subscribe and get some girls. I'll see you in a bit.
We're speaking to a very special guy who we want to get on board for a sort of head of social, extrovert. We're looking for someone who might run their own TV channel or just is super out there. Maybe there's someone, I don't know where I could find them, but we are looking for that one person. So we want to make.
Back to the question.